Hello, everybody. It is 8 a.m. I haven't slept and I have work in 4 hours, but I wanted to record a video to showcase how to play Bloodfrost Double Sharp Crescendo. This is my entry for the game jam. This video is probably going to be unedited, so I'm just going to go for it. Oh, it didn't occur to me. I don't know what the right balance for my volume is, so I'm just going to keep it extra low and hope that it's not too important. So, there's a lot of different modes in this game. There's 3v3 battle, which is 3v3. It's somewhat of a gimmick mode because there isn't really the extra controls for a 3v3 mode. The game's mainly 2v2. Yes, this is a tag fighter. So when you swap to a character, it'll just always swap to your next character in like a cycle pattern. And when you press an assist, it'll actually call both of your assists at once. Which is probably not balanced. I have no idea how this mode will pan out, but you can try it if you'd like. Training is 2v2. Tag battle is 2v2. Solo training is 1v1. Solo battle is 1v1. Arcade is 1v1. You fight a series of CPU opponents that are various characters until you get to the end. If you die, you exit out early. The credits are everybody involved with the jam. I'm actually going to let these scroll so you can see what everybody did. Oh, there's some names not listed here. So I'll have to, yeah, you'll have to check this in your own game if you want to know the full credits. The gallery, there's 2 more portraits I should add to here before the jam is done. So this is making me realize all the mistakes with the game so far, but it's fine. The music player lets you play all of the songs in the game. I would have loved to have more songs in the game, but I don't think I'll have enough time before work, and I certainly won't have enough time after work. So, yeah, I sing on some of these, but they are what they are. The sound test lets you play all the voice lines throughout the game, which is missing certain characters, which I need to fix. Let me actually take a note of these things. Okie dokie. Oh. Maybe I should have restarted the recording. Anyway. Settings, we have the ability to enable or disable flashing lights. I will be keeping it on for this video, unfortunately, for anybody with epilepsy. Full screen you can turn on and off. This is a requirement for the jam for some reason. Reduced motion can be turned on or off. If you turn on reduced motion, there's no camera shake in the game. That's all that does. Replays lets you view replays. They're just numbered from 1 to 9 and then back to 1 for some reason. I'm not really sure why that's the case. I'll have to look into that. If I have time. I guess I'll just go through... I'll go into training mode, actually, to explain the game. So, I'm going to want... Okay, so there are 9 characters in the game. Some of them don't have finished portraits, so they use color-coded versions of other portraits. Some characters are model swaps of other characters, with, like, a few changes. I'm gonna go Flare on point. Flare's probably the most finished character. It's hard to say, because Ember's also pretty finished. And by extension, the characters that share things with them. And I'll go Flare and Ember, because they're brother and sister, canonically. I did not mean to add a bot, actually. I will add a dummy. And then we'll do Victor and, Spectre, sure. Some of the portraits are unfinished, so they use colored versions of other portraits. So this is a 17 button fighter, because I wanted to go all or nothing, so to speak. So, oh god, my singing is horrible. Anyway, so there's the 4 normal attack buttons, which are 6, 7, 8, and 9 on the keyboard. Then you have 3 specials, Y, U, and I. Then you have a super, O. Then you have 3 assists, H, J, and K. And then you have the tag button, which is L. Then you have B. No, wait, sorry. You have N, which is a parry button. You have M, which is burst, Roman cancel, and push block rolled into one, essentially. It's called the surge mechanic. Once per game, you can use it as a burst to break out of a combo. For 1 bar of meter, you can use it as a Roman cancel, which just pauses the opponent in hit stop for a certain amount of time. But this is only on hit, so they have to be in hit stun for this to work. If you're blocking, you can use it to push the opponent away from you. It's free if it's in that instance. Also, the burst version doesn't cost any meter. That can only be used once per game, though. Next is a unused button, actually. Comma doesn't do anything. And period is the install button. I've been severely underusing this in my playtests, so hopefully it works properly. It basically just turns every single move into a multi-hit, but there's a damage multiplier that attempts to somewhat compensate for this. So it's good, but it's not, like, insane as, or at least not as insane as it would be normally if it was just everything was a raw multi-hit. What else is there? Right, the last button is the dash macro. That's shift on keyboard. Also, all of these, how all of these work on controller is, the face buttons are your 4 attack buttons. It's the standard anime fighter ABCD layout. If you hold L, they become your special moves and super. If you hold R, they become your assists and tag. And if you hold both L and R, they become your system mechanic buttons. So it's essentially holding any combination of the 2 shoulder buttons will change your face buttons to map to different things. And then ZL, or on Nintendo, ZL and ZR, L2 and R2 on PlayStation. Those are your dash macro. The game has the standard Marvel vs. Capcom, or like any other anime fighter, actually. The standard ABCD chain. D is always your launcher, or generally your launcher. If you're playing as Flare, it can actually be a wall bounce, and if you're playing as Ember, your crouching D is a wall bounce. But generally it's a launcher, usually. That's like the standard. Flare has a 3-hit projectile. Victor has a 1-hit projectile that's a bit faster. I'm not playing as him though, so you can't really see it here, but some characters have Flare's projectile or Victor's projectile. Most of them have a projectile as their special. Unfortunately, I didn't have that much time to make the characters' movesets super duper unique, so I've tried to make them somewhat unique, but they're not quite as unique as I would have liked them to be. Yeah, I guess with that being said, I'm gonna go through arcade mode as Flare, and I suppose you will just see the game. I'm going to select his... We'll go with the Dark Moon Dark Souls color scheme. Oh, also, I should mention, you can check the wiki to check for information on this game, including frame data. This game has an entire wiki. I spent a lot of time on it, so please check it out. It would be real cool of you. I tried to make the CPU difficulty not too difficult. So hopefully you shouldn't have too much trouble with it. Also, you do get quite a liberal amount of meter in this game, so do not be afraid to spam things a bit. I guess lastly, I will say there is an infinite prevention system in this game. The way it works is that anytime you use an attack that you've already used before in a combo, you'll get a strike. When you get your third strike, you're out, and the opponent will automatically burst out for free like that, because I fucked up my combo there. Using a surge during a combo will, the first time, it will reset your infinite prevention system strikes and whatnot. But the second time, it'll actually add a strike, so you don't get to just do infinites if you manage to find a way to build meter during a combo. Sorry if you were expecting an infinite. Oh, shit. Okay, I've actually lost arcade mode. So Alice has right now one of those supers that absolutely shreds your health bar, because I need to patch that out. It'll be patched by the time you play it, probably. But I guess that might as well be a good place to end. I just wanted to give a basic rundown of the game and the controls and how to play and what the game was about. I'll see y'all at the meeting, I guess. Bye-bye.